Welcome here to Eurovision 365. This is Padraig broadcasting live across YouTube, across Facebook, and here on TikTok as well. I'm here to talk about all things Eurovision 2024. Well, this looks different, says Niall Miller on TikTok. It is different, but it's more of the same because I am, of course, talking about all things Eurovision 2024 this evening. And as I said, broadcasting live on Facebook, on YouTube, and here on TikTok. If you want a more visual experience, anyone watching on TikTok that is, come and join me on YouTube and you'll see a much more sort of visual experience. And the thing about it is, over on YouTube and Facebook, it's a very festive looking scene that we have. There's Christmas trees, not to spoil the excitement for you, but there's there's Christmas trees and there's little stars and there's snowy scenes, and yeah, it's all Eurovision 2024. And if you're joining me from, please let me know where you're from, what your thoughts are on everything Eurovision 2024 so far. And I'm going to be talking about lots of different topics related to the upcoming contest. And wherever you are, please join in. So let's see who's joining me on TikTok. We have Emmington, welcome back. We have Niall and one other. So yeah, come on, tell me your crack, people. And we have viewers on Facebook and YouTube as well. So welcome. Hello, Emmington. Nathan Cassidy is in Maynooth, currently still in Maynooth. You're very welcome, Nathan. We're going to talk about all things Eurovision 2024, and Bio, welcome here as well. So, what we're going to do, first of all, we're going to chat about 8 different topics. So we're going to start with Ireland and UK, then Slovenia and Czechia, then Croatia, Benidorm Fest, of course, and who else? Netherlands and Luxembourg. And wow, there's a lot to cover, so we may as well start now. So do keep me company for however long we're going to be here. So hey to you lovely people on TikTok, and of course you lovely people on YouTube and Facebook. So Nathan, you said you started your postgrad in secondary school education. Oh, very good. You're going to be a secondary school teacher. I can see you as a secondary school teacher actually, but yeah. Fair play to you and good luck with that. So let's start with Ireland. I'm starting with Ireland because one of the things about the Eurovision Song Contest I've noticed over the last couple of years is that the Eurovision season seems to start earlier and earlier every year. And this year is no exception because we already know a lot about Eurovision 2024 so far. We know 7 of the confirmed performers. We know one song that's definitely going to be on the stage in Malmo, right behind me in this arena. And the other thing as well is with the French song with Slimane, there could be a chance that they may rework that tune. But I'm not sure that it's had an awful lot of favourable response, so the French TV network may change their minds. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube and Facebook, let me know what you think about the little scene that we have here, little Christmas scene. So let me see. So Pio on YouTube, welcome. And you are saying that the artists are all so good. It was definitely not expected. Oh, Nathan is striking. Niall is over here on YouTube. Niall Miller, welcome. As I said, tell me what you think about this lovely scene, Niall. So what has Nathan said? Nathan, you're being a wee bit more negative than I am because you're saying I have no hope for Ireland. Ha ha ha. We need a miracle to qualify. Well, do you know the thing about it is, with Ireland, we will soon be getting the, I would imagine, early new year, we will hear the songs that would be taking part at Eurosong 2024. And what I do know from chatting to Irish performers the last couple of years, especially Janet Grogan a couple of years ago, she told me that they found out just before Christmas. Who? What time is your flight? Oh, sorry. Is that to me? I don't know. I thought it was an airport. No, it's not an airport. It's Malmo Arena, Niall. It's Malmo Arena. Well, the scene of much happiness and maybe unhappiness, depending on which country you support at Eurovision 2024. Maybe see you there, Niall. We'll convert you yet. So yes, as I was saying, Janet Grogan told us a couple of years ago that she found out just before Christmas. Emmington, you're saying I've heard some acts have been told already that they haven't been selected. That's what I was just about to say. Absolutely. Big Show, welcome. Good to see you again here on TikTok. So broadcasting live on YouTube, on Facebook, and here on TikTok. If you want a more visual experience, I invite you to join me and us on YouTube or Facebook. But whichever you wish to stay on, that's cool with me. So Ireland using Eurosong, let's see what we're saying here, will be the death of Ireland. They need an international selection. Well, that's a good point. Very much a good point, which I think has been echoed by a lot of people. And Emmington, you're absolutely right. Some people have already come out and said that they haven't been selected. So that would give me cause to believe that those who are successful will know by now, but I would imagine that they will be on a kind of orders not to reveal themselves just yet. Long time no see. Yes, long time no see to you too, buddy. Hope you're doing well. We're talking all things Eurovision 2024, and we're talking actually at the moment about Ireland. Some people, as I said, PPO has said that Ireland using Eurosong would be the death of Ireland. But I think Michael Keeley, in a very telling interview with our friends and colleagues in Eurovision, was saying pretty much there's not a lot of money to play about with, and Eurosong is the only show in town at this moment. Ireland needs a miracle. That may be true. Nathan Cassidy's also saying that, you know, doesn't seem to have a lot of hopes for qualifying even, but we need to hear the songs, and I want to reserve judgment on the hopes of qualification until we hear all the songs taking part. But it'll be interesting to see. It's a long time. Ireland haven't qualified since 2018, so it's been a long break, and I think even just qualifying, it sounds awful to say this, but even just qualifying would be a win in many respects for RTE, should they get to the final from a semi-final, whenever that would be. Now, what we do know, just linking on to that, is that the allocation draw will take place on the 30th of January in SVT. I don't know the time yet. I'm hoping they'll do the same as what they did with BBC, which was an evening show. They usually had it in the morning or early afternoon in previous years, but I'm hoping that the BBC has propelled SVT into having more of an evening show. Let me see, Adam, just notice your comment there again. Do we know when Romania will finally confirm their participation with the other 37 countries? I think the deadline's passed, has it not? I think the deadline's passed right now, so it's maybe unlikely that we're going to see Romania at Eurovision 2024, but stranger things have happened. So they have. So welcome everyone, if you're just joining me. I'm Padraig. Welcome, willkommen, bienvenue. Quelle mille falcha. Welcome to Eurovision 365. I'm broadcasting live on YouTube, on Facebook, and on TikTok. So wherever you're watching this from, please let me know your thoughts on all things Eurovision 2024. So I think we pretty much covered off Ireland. Emerson, you're saying that's answered my question. What was your question? Oh, should the UK have selected? Ireland has too. Yeah. Hey, Joseph, welcome. Joseph, if you want a much more visual experience, I welcome you to join me on YouTube or Facebook, Eurovision 365, but whatever suits you, suits me. So yeah, Ireland, will be interesting to see what happens there. As I've just said, I am going to reserve judgment until I hear all the songs that have been selected, and could we see, there's Conor O'Donoghue as a image I'm trying to forget, actually, going to be honest. But yeah, I'm sure he is as well, to be fair. But it remains to be seen if there'll be any surprises. The artists have unusually been quite quiet, I think, this year in terms of Ireland, of what's going to happen. Nathan would love to see Cian Durcott, hope I've said that right, at Ireland, but we'll see. Joseph says, ideally Ireland has one standout song that easily wins the national final, so we don't get a bunch of mid-songs. Yeah, I think that's a really good point that Joseph's making over in TikTok here, on TikTok. You only need one song to win. Never, apart from 1969, never in the history of the contest has more than one song won the contest. You only need one good song, strong song. I think also needs to be an appetite for a country to win, for a broadcaster that really must want to win the contest, I think, for that to be doable. But once you have those things intertwined and in place and connected, well, then good things can happen. And that brings me nicely on to the UK, actually, who, I don't know if anybody was watching Strictly Come Dancing last night, but we have recently begun to watch Strictly Come Dancing, and I made a video 2 weeks ago, wondering if Ollie Alexander could be the representative of the UK in Malmo, particularly because there was a story that was leaked that potentially he was in talks. There was talks that he had been agreed, he'd been signed, and there he is. There's Ollie Alexander, looking awesome. And then, of course, he came out. He came out and revealed during Strictly Come Dancing, after a drum roll, the tension was built, that he indeed would represent the UK at Malmo. Adam is saying, great news about Ollie Alexander singing for the UK next May. Joseph here on TikTok, thanks for commenting as well. You're saying, I think the BBC want to win, LOL. I think they do. I think the BBC do want to win. I think hosting in Liverpool has shown the UK the benefits. That's what I was trying to get across to people in Belfast about having the contest in Belfast. The benefits always outweigh the initial costs of a contest. And, you know, for many years to come, I imagine Liverpool will get a lot of tourism following their very successful broadcast in Liverpool. Emington saying, I agree, the UK seems to be throwing everything at the competition. They really are. Mika, hello, welcome. Hope you are good. We're talking all things Eurovision 2024 here, Mika, so you're very welcome to join in on that. We're still talking about Ollie Alexander, and the interesting thing, the last time that the UK sent a male soloist to the Eurovision, was back in 1992, and Michael Ball, that was one step further, and Michael Ball placed second, but it was in Malmo. So could that be the stars aligning for Ollie Alexander? Time will tell. What we do know about the song isn't a lot. There is talk that it won't be released till March, which I think is a good, very wise move. Ollie Alexander has said that the song is going to be up-tempo and it's going to be electronic, and the songwriter that's teamed with Dua Lipa is behind that song as well. So we can expect good, positive things. And the BBC, I do think, want to win. And yeah, why not? People forget, and I understand this, people forget that the UK haven't won since 1987 because they hosted in 2023. But it's been a long time for UK for a win. Ireland is a year longer than that. But yeah. So Ollie Alexander for the UK, wish him the very best of luck for the contest. It'll be exciting to see the song that comes out. Now, moving on to Slovenia. Slovenia have internally selected again, the second year in a row, they have internally selected Raven to represent them in Malmo with the song which is called, what's it called again? This song is called Veronica, which is based on the first ever witch trial. So yeah, Veronica. Mika, sorry, just in your comment, you're good. I'm glad to hear that you're good. You're very welcome here, so you are. So yeah, Raven, the blonde-haired beauty Raven, is going to represent Slovenia with the song Veronica. We don't know much more about the song other than that, the song title, and I believe it's going to be performed in Slovenian, which that would make it the third year in a row for Slovenia to have it performed in their native tongue. And Joker did very, very well to qualify to the final. I thought they would have done much better than they did, but qualifying in itself is an achievement for sure. So yeah, Slovenia will be trying to better Djokovic's result, no doubt, and they may do. So if you're just joining me, where have you been? But more, just joking. You're very welcome here. What I was going to say, if you just joined me, I'm broadcasting live on YouTube, on Facebook, hey there, and here on TikTok as well. Now, depending on the type of experience you want, where it's an audio visual, you can join me here on YouTube or Facebook, or if you're like all of us here on TikTok, we love the platform, you're very welcome just to stay with me on TikTok. Whichever it is, you are welcome to be here. So yeah, Slovenia, nothing more to say really about that other than it's going to be Slovenian, it's Veronica, it's about a witch, and yeah. Nathan Cassidy, come on Nathan, let's get behind this. It's going to be, if UK win, Glasgow 2025, Balik 2025. For anybody outside of Northern Ireland who are wondering where Balik is, well, Google it. Actually, no, I'm just joking. It's in County Fermanagh. How rude of me to say Google it. It's in Fermanagh. That would be quite the coup if Balik was ever to host the Eurovision. I can't see it happening, but you never know. Harrogate, interestingly, Harrogate was Abington. Here, Nathan, really hear this. Abington over on TikTok, it says Balik only has one bus a week. That would not suit all those dignitaries coming from all across Europe. If they thought Mill Street was bad, Balik would be 100 times worse. But yeah, that's what I was going to say about the sort of more stranger host cities or host areas. Of course, Harrogate was the host town of Eurovision 1982, and of course Ollie Alexander is from Harrogate. Again, could the stars be aligning? Who knows? Emington says Glasgow would be great. I have to say, I think that if the UK do win outright, it would be in a big arena. So I'm thinking London or I'm thinking Manchester. I think they'll want to go all big. And historically, when they have presented on behalf of another country before, they've had a lower key Eurovision, but when they've won outright, with the exception of Harrogate, just mentioned, they've gone big. So Adam, again, you just missed your comment there. Adam, your comment is, I'm glad that Raven gets her chance in Eurovision for Slovenia in 2024. Yeah, she's tried before, hasn't she, to represent Slovenia. So yeah, it just goes to show perseverance is key. Absolutely key. So yes, I keep saying this, but you're very welcome wherever you're watching this from, whether it's on Facebook and YouTube or here on TikTok. It's great to have you. I'm talking all things Eurovision 2024. So I've talked already about Ireland and the UK and Slovenia. And now it's on to Czechia, who of course have selected, the public have selected Aiko, which is interesting because I don't think Aiko was who the public at home had picked. I must check this out. Just bear with me. I just want to check this to be sure. Just bear with me. I just wanted to check how the song, of course, is pedestal for Czechia. But I was trying to work out, trying to see, I suppose, the breakdown of the votes. But I don't think that Aiko was one that many people thought would actually lift the crown. But that being said, Aiko with a very interesting lyrics, I would say. The words sound like something different to my ears, quite rude to my ears, but yeah, maybe says more about me. So Manchester would be handy, says Nathan Cassidy. Absolutely would be. But yeah, Chechia Pedestal would be the song. It sounded for me quite messy. I've got to be honest, I thought it was quite a messy performance at the national final. But that being said, it was like a nice little sort of club, wasn't it, where they held the Chechia national final. So with the addition of better acoustics and better arena at the Eurovision, potentially it would be elevated. And of course they have time to move on, or move up, I suppose I should say, enhance their song. And talking about moving on, I'm going to move on to the next discussion topic, which is Croatia. And the Dora is going to be taking place yet again. And Let 3, who went to Liverpool with a very interesting song, Mama Shoo, which I gave I think that was my worst ever rating on my first time listening, Mama Shoo. But Let 3 are back. There they are. If you can see, if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, you'll see the picture of Let 3. And they are memorable, that's one thing for sure. Yeah. Don't know much about the song yet, but could they come back to Eurovision? Who knows? Stranger things have happened, right? Nathan is saying here in relation to the Chechia national final, it was one of the worst national finals I've ever watched. I prefer to watch the Moldova auditions. Yeah, well, goodness, Nathan, you've just started a huge course in Maynooth University. It's probably not the best idea to do that, if that were the case. But I would say I've seen worse national finals than Chechia. Just go on. What I will give Chechia in terms of its national final is the enthusiasm. The host, I quite like the presenter. He's got his own vibe, hasn't he? He's got his own little vibe. But that being said, there's enthusiasm there, and yeah, fair play. Chechia will be hoping to get into the final for the third year in a row. So could that happen? We will see. Personally speaking, based on my first listening, I'd be surprised if Pedestal did make it, but you never know. Excuse me. So what next is Benidorm Fest. My goodness, 16 songs have been released to us public, and just going to cough here a wee second, just bear with me. Beg your pardon. So what we do know about Benidorm Fest is that all 16 songs have been released. I'm reacting to all the songs on the YouTube channel. You'll see that on the YouTube channel, Eurovision 365, and I listening to these songs as I go. So you will all be my first time watching and listening, just to make the reactions a bit more genuine, if that makes sense. Just a bit more raw and real when it comes to rating, especially. So I've heard a few so far. I would say nothing amazingly standout. I know Sophia Cole, which is one I have reacted to, is a huge favourite to win Benidorm Fest, and a lot of people are saying that it's going to do amazing, it will do massive things at Eurovision. I personally don't think it will, being honest, based on what I've just heard. Staging is key, of course, but time will tell, but I don't think it's amazing. But yeah, there's a lot more songs to listen to. There's 16 in all. The final for Benidorm Fest will be early next year, end of January, beginning of February. So it's going to be a lot happening around the same time, because we've got the Irish National Final around the same time. And yeah, be interesting. Adam is saying Damir Kedjo would be my choice for Croatia next year after he missed out in 2020. Yeah. Of course, another thing, just we mentioned 2020, is Deodato. It wasn't one subject I was going to talk about, but just you reminded me of it there. Of course, that the Sanremo, the finalists have been announced there as well. We have a few returning artists. Mahmoud, Amington, if you're still here, you may be pleased to know that Mahmoud is returning to Sanremo, but we'll see if he gets the tickets. And there's a few other returning artists like Evolo, which did amazing in Eurovision 2015. KGB, welcome. Francis, welcome everybody. If you've just joined me, welcome. It's Padraig here, Eurovision 365, talking about Eurovision 2024, broadcasting live across YouTube and Facebook and here on TikTok. So wherever you're joining me, you're very welcome. And do keep me company and let me know your thoughts and feelings about all things Eurovision 2024. And if you're not sure about it, stick around and we'll keep you company and let you know a wee bit more about it. Sanremo is definitely happening again. Sanremo has lovely historic links to Eurovision because, of course, Eurovision was born off the Sanremo, so to speak, and that's the basis of which the competition was built on, and it has a lot. Sanremo has a special place in a lot of Eurovision fans' hearts, and rightly so. Also, the next thing to talk, and the second last topic to talk about, is Juiced, who is of course being announced as representing the Netherlands. A lot of people are comparing him to Kaya. If you might want to hear that, Amington, there's a Kaya potential performer coming for Netherlands. The song is yet to be released, but just like Ollie Alexander and of course Misty for Belgium and a few artists, the Netherlands have shown their hand, artists anyway, of who is going to represent them at the contest. Amington, I've heard this. I need to hear this song when it comes out. Yeah, my only concern would be if we have a lot of performers who, and a lot of countries are going to copy almost that. Yeah, just you're sure people say Kaya was copying someone else. But the thing about it is the likes of Juiced here could be potentially might be thrown at him that he's copying Kaya, and that might happen to other performers as well. My only problem is that historically, with the odd exception, it's unusual for a song type genre that is done very well or winning one year to be repeated in the immediate year afterwards. So you've got to weigh up all those different things, I think. Returning to Italy for a little second, Nathan is saying Mahmoud could win Eurovision if he wins Sanremo. Ooh. You never know, Nathan. He might well win. I know he's a very talented vocalist and he's very well liked within the Eurovision circles. Depends on the song, doesn't it? Depends on the song, really, what that's going to be like. Adam so much wants to see Spain back in the top 10 again. I think the Spanish also want that to happen. They really want a win, I think. I'm not sure that's going to happen based on what I've heard so far. Amington is saying here on TikTok, you'd have to have something fresh. You definitely would have to have something fresh. I think copying just for the sake of copying something that was done really well the year before is always going to be sniffed out. People are going to see that. They're going to recognise that. Even the casual viewer, which most of the viewers, let's be honest, on Saturday night are the mostly casual viewers, not fans, intense fans like me and us. Me not in a lovely special way, but you're not going to have, people are going to recognise when an artist is copying, and if they don't recognise that, well then the commentators will tell them. I seen a comment earlier about Spain and the UK putting in greater efforts. Yeah, Spain has been putting great efforts in the last couple of years, particularly the UK. I would say the same kind of trajectory. Yeah, I would say they have definitely done the same kind of thing. But UK seem to be wanting to win, and fair play to them. Damon, welcome, fellow Northern Irish. You're here as well, so you're welcome here on TikTok, on Facebook, and YouTube, talking all things Eurovision 2024. Adam has a slightly different view to Nathan in terms of Italy. Adam says it's time for a woman to sing for Italy again, as we haven't seen one since 2016. Yeah, that's a good point, Adam. That's a very, very good point. Will that be the case? As I always say, my favourite little statement is time will tell. Okay, what else? Yeah, Luxembourg. National final. It's great to see Luxembourg back, isn't it? They haven't been in the contest since 1983, of course. And I suppose most people were quite surprised that they had such an extended break. But they are back after that extended break. And I think they'd be delighted for that to be the case. And during the week, the RTL revealed the performers who will be taken to the stage for the national final. The national final will take place for the Luxembourg to help them choose their finalists or semi-finalists for Eurovision 2024. And I imagine that Luxembourg is going to come back with a bang rather than a whimper. And yeah, I don't think any of the songs have been released yet, just the performers. And again, probably very clever that they keep their song choices close to their chest. So yeah, that's the news so far. There's a lot, my goodness. As I say, you know, it does feel, doesn't it? It does feel like the Eurovision season starts earlier and earlier every year. It's a bit like Christmas. Christmas is upon us. I think I'm just gonna bring us back to that lovely little Christmas scene. Oh, hold on, let me see. Yes, there it is. There'll be Christmas scene here on YouTube and Facebook. Because just like Christmas, which seems to start earlier and earlier every year, the Eurovision Song Contest national final season has begun earlier and earlier every year. And I can't remember a time when we've known so much so soon. I just think that's the way the contest has evolved, personally speaking. I mean, what are your thoughts? I've been talking a lot here, so I'm going to throw it back to you lovely people watching across Facebook, YouTube and TikTok. I mean, what's your thoughts on all this news so far? I mean, do you think it's too much too soon, or is it not soon enough? I mean, obviously we have the Albania national final coming in, well, a week's time pretty much. Almost forget that, because normally that's the first thing we talk about, because that's like the end of the year, but they're kind of almost late out of the tracks this time. Adam says, let's hope for the high expectations for Luxembourg to do well on their long-awaited return will happen. Yeah, I think a lot of people would share that sentiment with you, Adam. Take my Christmas mug, people. That's a really interesting point Edmonton is making here on TikTok. I haven't heard you mention France. Seems it was announced so long ago that they would be forgotten. See, that actually was actually something we talked about, wasn't it? Back whenever Slimane was chosen to represent them, and not just chosen, but the song was shared so widely at the same time. And I think there's a positive and there's a negative for a country revealing their song so early. I think the positive is that at that time, I mean, there wasn't anything else to talk about. There was no one else to talk about. So Slimane had a lot of time to shine, you know, almost on a pedestal, no pun intended there with Aiko and Checha. But he was kind of on a pedestal somewhat. And we talked about him. We listened to the song, we reacted to the song, we talked a bit more, we did a few more discussions around it, and yeah, but as you said, Edmonton, that feels like such a long time ago that I didn't even bother to talk about it tonight, because it's almost like old news, and that's a negative. Now, I think, having heard the song for Slimane, I know a lot of fans, and that's fair enough for them. Everybody has their own feelings and opinions on songs, and that's the way it should be. But a lot of people I've seen are really loving the French song. I'm not loving it so much, but there is the good thing for releasing your song so soon. You have time to listen, to watch what's going on feedback wise, and if you're getting generally favourable reviews and discussions, you might think, oh yeah, we want to go in here, we're going to stick to this. The same thing, if you're getting generally negative views, the chances of you changing the song are greater. And obviously, I'm a bit sort of, what should I say? I'm a little bit not concerned, but I have conflicting feelings about changing a song once it's selected, because my view is always, if you picked a song, France have obviously internally selected, but if people have gone out of the way in the national final, for example, to pay for a song that they want to represent them, and then it's changed, almost unrecognisable to the original format, that's what I have an issue with. But the thing is, France do have time, and it's within the rules to change the style of a song should they wish. But again, as I said, I'm very conflicted about that. Adam, yes, that was the other thing I was going to talk about. Gee, thanks for reminding me, Adam. What's your thoughts about the theme artwork that SVT chose for the upcoming contest? So, for those of you who don't know, the theme, the slogan for Eurovision 2024 is the same as Eurovision 2023, which is United by Music. And that is going to be the slogan used the whole way through from here on in, apparently, until they change their mind again, I suppose. I love the slogan. I think that's really cool. United by Music. I think it's a really good concept. It really speaks volumes. It's about what the contest wants to do, hopefully. And I like that. What I would say is it'd be nice to have something a wee bit different every year, some originality. The artwork, I think it's okay. I'm not blown away by it. I think it's pleasant. It's bright, it's colourful. It's the Eurovision lights. I suppose it sort of linked to the Northern Lights, but it's Eurovision lights. So yeah, I think it's simplistic. I think it's okay, is what I'm saying. I mean, what do you think about it, Adam? What's your thoughts on the theme and artwork that they've chosen? Let me know. Oh, the other thing I just thought about is tickets. Eurovision tickets, of course, they've gone on sale. And most people have got tickets. Most people, hopefully, who want some sort of tickets have got them. I know it was a stressful morning for a lot of people the other week when they were trying to get tickets for Malmo. I imagine there'd be another wave of tickets. There was actually, I think, on Friday, very briefly, there was another window for ticket sales, but the window was closed as quickly as it was opened, by all accounts. But I would imagine once they have the stage, once they are definitely sure of how the stage is going to be looking and configured, all that within the Malmo Arena right behind me here, they will sell more tickets. I imagine, and I think they always hold a certain amount of tickets anyway. So I'm hoping that anyone who wants to get to Eurovision will be able to do so this year, because I have to say that going to Eurovision is such a different experience. If you love the Eurovision Song Contest, physically being there is, there's no comparison. As a fan. Adam is a bit disappointed there isn't a logo this time around, to be honest. Yeah, I know what you mean. But I even though they're saying that United by Music is going to be the slogan every year, I would be a bit surprised if they don't change that in a few years' time. I'd be very surprised, but we'll see. It's everything. It's time will tell, won't it? There we go. There is. If you're watching this, if you're on TikTok, we've just put up the colours of United by Music, the colour scheme of the Malmo contest. So it's vibrant. I suppose it's vibrant. There's pinks, there's oranges, yellow, there's light green, there's teal, there's blue, there's dark blue, there's purple, or purple, depending on where you're from. Yeah, but again, I'm not blown away by it. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's awesome. It's been a long time from I thought that, actually, to be honest with you. And that being said, the Liverpool, it was such a retro-y feel. I loved it. I loved how they sort of manipulated the colours of the Ukrainian flag into it as well. A little pink hat as well from the main singer, main rapper from Kalush Orchestra was brought into that logo. But yeah, it's been a long time from my being kind of like, oh, that's amazing, that logo, that slogan, that colour scheme. I actually think the Dublin 1994, I think is really, really good. I still stand by that, even though it's almost 30 years ago. It will be 30 years ago next year. I do think the 94 slogan, the logo, was really, really cool. Really, really cool. You had the Dublin Castle, you had the stars coming in, and yeah, I loved that. And yeah, just to compare there, contrast, you've got the BBC one here, United by Music, their logo, and I did like it, the heart, I did like that, all those hearts beating. Yeah. There's a lot coming up, because as I said, we're 17th of December now, and we do have a national final to take place within a week or so. That's the Albanian national final. I react to that as well, get that up on the channel. I will be continuing to react to all the songs taking part at Bangdom Fest 2024. Then there'll be more reactions, because we'll probably then lead us into the new year, and we'll hear the songs from within Ireland and Finland, which I'm really looking forward to. And yeah, it's just going to be a lot happening. And then we have obviously the Luxembourg national final, and wow, there would be no end to the things that we'll be able to talk about. But yeah, so I've been broadcasting 45 minutes now, and I'm going to bring our little session to an end. I want to thank you all for joining me here, where you're on TikTok, where you're on Facebook and YouTube. It's been so good to have you here. So much more to talk about as the days come on, and do please join me in this journey. Your company is what makes this journey an amazing one as well, so do keep me company as well. You are so welcome, Amington. It's great to see you as always, and I'm hoping that I'll see you again very, very soon. But anyway, people, I'll come on TikTok during the week as well. I think maybe not talk about Eurovision, just have a general chat, maybe a quiz. By the way, I should just say that to YouTubers and Facebookers who are watching this, follow us on Eurovision 365 on TikTok, and there will be I do little quizzes and stuff. You don't win anything, just a sense of achievement when you win the quiz. There's no cash prizes, okay? It's not deal or no deal, but it'd be great if you want to have a bit of crack, a bit of fun during the week. It's a different kind of experience on TikTok as well. But anyway, people, you have been amazing. I have been Podrick, and I am going to see you all really soon. But thanks for keeping me company, as I said, and I'll see you all pretty soon. Until then, take care. Adios.